So last question, judiciary in India has been tangled unnecessarily into the political narrative. Do you agree? Critically comment. So judiciary of India has been tangled unnecessarily into the political narrative. Do you agree? Critically comment. So now we find our best answer today. So our best answer, Rupa Goswami had written now in Rajesh Yadav, Sab Yadav written. Okay. No, Sandeep is in best answer. Okay. Godfather hot written. No, written is Arvind Santa, Rajveer, Raviraj, Rahul. Yes, I think it is now study this question. Rahul. So our answer, recent case regarding tussle between government and SC regarding appointment of SC judge or older NJSC case bring the intelligent intelligent entanglement truths bring judiciary unnecessarily into political narrative. Constitution brings separation of power doctrine and how judiciary should be independent from political control. Judges are also required to stay natural to political advances. So Constitution brings separation of powers doctrine and how judiciary should be independent from political control. Judges are also required to stay neutral to political advances. Yet there are instances of of melching, maybe the relation complicated between judiciary and politics. Supreme Court judge recently recommended by foremost senior-most consultation was not approved in first try and asked was asked for another name. Supreme Court judge recently recommended by foremost senior judge consultation was not approved in first try and was asked for another name. Still being covered up with cases with very less time. Thus, they are used by politicians to show their cases of ideals, which brings next up to nothing. Instead of giving necessary judgment, could have to solve their case, which bring blessedness. Recent Sabrimala case bring out how Kerala government was to and pro on the stand, and even High Court supporting the government on the issue. In some cases, judiciary have to be to keep have to be keep waiting for the answer from state government, which blocks the whole process. For that is regarding the development of lower courts to reduce load, most states have not submitted a single for a mm, single a single page report. Okay, so regarding the development of the lower courts to reduce load, most states have not submit a single page report. The next part. So in case of CBI in case of CBI corruption case recently, government intervened fast and made changes which can be distress distress stress for judiciary to get more original situations and deliver justice. So governments intervened fast and made changes. So which can be distress stress for judiciary to get into an original situation and deliver justice. In lower courts also judiciary are free to choose their own employee. In lower court judiciary are free to choose their own employee, but some postings had been politically motivated since less watches are there at low levels. Some postings had been politically motivated since less watches are there at lower level. So here improvements then can be made to reduce this enlightenment and bring efficiency. Constitution should be taken as basis of operation regarding separation of powers. Separation of powers. So courts should be left open for grassroots justice. Courts should be left open for grassroots justice, development, justice deliverance, politicians, and solve their classes with deliberation, and no politically motivated postings required transparent recruitment process. So Supreme Court's motto is Yeti Dharmasala Jai, which means where there is truth, there is victory, justice. Thus, the need is to action of judiciary free from political indulgence and leave the justice open for everyone. Very good answer. Last. What DP written? I now see. Okay, because it's written good. Okay, what DP written now is study. So the judiciary of in India has been tangled unnecessarily into the political narrative. Do you agree? The constitution, sorry, the constitution is the supreme. So source, so supreme of law in India, and also supreme law. Okay, the source of law and supreme law. And judicial system of India consists of High Court, Supreme Court, and subordinate courts. Okay, they have power to make decisions. The judicial system of India consists of High Court, Supreme Court, and subordinate court. They have power to make decisions, to enforce the law, and also resolve and also solve disputes. Recently, there have been wide protests against the Supreme Court verdict on Sabarimala temple. So there have been wide protests against the Supreme Court verdict on Sabarimala temple for allowing the women of age 10 to 15 years inside the premises, which tangled unnecessarily into political narrative such as violated fundamental rights under Article 25, 26, Violate the fundamental rights of women and the Article 25-26 and celibacy nature of Lord Ayappa and political parties creating sparks among people, right to equality versus right to religion, and faith versus rationality, and altitude of society, regression, and patriarchal. One can also find long disputes got tangled unnecessarily. One can also find long disputes got tangled unnecessarily into the Ayodhya Ram Mandir, in which the verdict goes in delaying. However, there is counter argument sent such as triple talaq, nikah halala, where judiciary impact there is, however, there is counter argument such as triple talaq nikah halala. So there is where judiciary impact was seen as a positive development. The next part now is in. Okay, very good answer. Key issue. So some of the key issues are important. So violation of fundamental rights under Article 24, 6, 14, 15, 21, and unstable external reforms. So here you can see and parties are discriminating towards women, needs for realization for a universal civil code, and positive outcomes, ensure equality, ensure gender justice and discrimination, uphold constitutional provision and establish meditation centers, uphold constitutional provision, establish um, sorry, not no. So therefore, so judgment is not a judicial judgment is not turmoil. Because judicial judgment is not terminal because works within its framework of its original source, works within its framework of its original source, and usher in the process of reform and broader issue of constitutional rule versus social norms, solve disputes such as religion, water sharing, and fundamental rights. And however, the biggest the challenges lies in relation among the masses. Thus, judiciary resolve conflict of interest by mentioning transparency, accountability, transfer, scrutiny. Okay, so thank you.